the machine. When Albert Pujols entered MLB, he hit like he was programmed. 330 average, 40 homers, every year, no emotion. Teammates started calling him the machine because nothing fazed him. No slumps, no nerves, no wasted at-bats. It wasn't just consistency, it was cold, mechanical dominance. He didn't celebrate, he just produced. The machine didn't malfunction, and pitchers couldn't unplug him. The captain. Derek Jeter never had to ask for the nickname the captain. Yankees fans and teammates gave it to him. His poise, his clutch moments, his leadership, it all screamed captaincy. In a city that eats stars alive, Jeter stood tall for 20 years. The captain wasn't just a title, it was Jeter's identity, woven into Yankee lore. Big Papi. David Ortiz started calling everyone Papi because he couldn't remember names, and it flipped back on him. Big Papi fit perfectly. Big bat, big smile, big time hits. In Boston, he became a legend with walk-offs and World Series heroics. The nickname became a brand, but more than that, it was a reflection of his warmth and swagger. Polar Bear. Pete Alonso blasted 53 home runs as a rookie and did it with a goofy grin. His Mets teammates called him the Polar Bear for his bulky frame and huggable energy. Fans ran with it. He even dressed in a bear costume at the All-Star game. He's all smiles off the field, but step in the box and he'll tear your arm off. Thor. Noah Syndergaard's nickname came straight from his look. Flowing blonde hair and a hammer of a fastball. A fan compared him to Thor in a meme, and Syndergaard ran with it. He even brought a prop hammer to spring training. With 100-mile-per-hour heat and a Norse god vibe, Thor was perfect. When he was healthy, he pitched like a Marvel movie. And big dumper. And it started as a joke. Cal Raleigh had serious power and a very noticeable backside. Teammates dubbed him Big Dumper. And when he hit a walk-off homer to end Seattle's 21-year playoff drought in 2022, fans made it official. It's crude, it's hilarious, and now it's iconic. Big Dumper is built for memes and moonshots. Rocket. Roger Clemens got the nickname Rocket in college for one reason. His fastball looked like a missile. It followed him to the majors, where he became a strikeout machine and collected 7 Cy Youngs. Rocket fit his explosive delivery, his fiery attitude, and the damage he did on the mound. Once he launched, good luck. The big unit. Randy Johnson didn't need help being intimidating. 6'10 inches, wild-eyed, and throwing 100 miles per hour. But a teammate once saw him walking and said, "That's a big unit," and the name stuck. The big unit fit his size, velocity, and vibe. He once hit a bird mid-pitch and vaporized it. The man didn't pitch, he detonated. The big hurt. Frank Thomas didn't just hit home runs, he punished baseballs. A White Sox broadcaster dubbed him the Big Hurt because of how his swings caused damage to the ball, to the scoreboard, to pitchers' egos. With a linebacker's frame and MVP numbers, the name wasn't a gimmick. The Big Hurt meant pain. King Felix. Felix Hernandez didn't just pitch, he ruled. By 21, he was Seattle's unquestioned ace. Mariners fans dubbed him King Felix, and the team built a literal King's Court cheering section for his starts. His regal presence, his filthy changeup, it all fit. The nickname wasn't just fan hype, he sat on the throne even if the team around him never caught up. Junior. Ken Griffey. Junior was always Junior to separate him from his dad. A star in his own right. But soon, Junior came to mean more. Youth, swagger, cool. He wore his cap backward, had the smoothest swing ever, and made defense look like art. Junior was baseball's first video game superstar. No player had more style. Mr. October. The nickname was born in Game 6 of the 1977 World Series. Reggie Jackson hit 3 home runs on 3 pitches. Teammate Thurman Munson called him Mr. October, and it was perfect. Jackson lived for the big moment. He didn't just play in October, he owned it. The name stuck, and so did the legend. Charlie Hustle. Pete Rose earned Charlie Hustle as a joke. Yankees pitcher Whitey Ford mocked him for sprinting to first base on a walk, but Rose wore it like armor. He ran hard on every play, dove headfirst, and played like every game was Game 7. Charlie Hustle became his brand. Relentless, gritty, and unforgettable. Man of Steel. Rickey Henderson wasn't just fast, he was mythic. With 1,406 career stolen bases, he needed a nickname as slick as his game. Man of Steel riffed off Superman's Man of Steel and perfectly captured his comic book speed. Rickey talked in third person, stole third just for fun, and made stealing bases cool. Yogi. Lawrence Berra got the nickname Yogi from a childhood friend who thought he looked like a yogi sitting cross-legged after games. Simple as that. The name stuck before he ever reached the majors. Soon, Yogi meant quirky genius. 19 years, 10 rings, and quotes like, "It ain't over till it's over." Iconic name, iconic man, the Bird. Mark Fidrick's nickname came from Sesame Street's Big Bird. With his wild curls, gangly frame, and animated antics, talking to the ball, fixing the mound, the Bird fit perfectly. In 1976, he was a national sensation. He pitched like a kid in the backyard, and fans couldn't get enough. For one magical summer, baseball was pure joy. The Wizard. Ozzie Smith's glove was pure sorcery. His nickname, the Wizard, came from the way he made impossible plays look routine. He backflipped onto the field, spun double plays like a magician, and won 13 gold gloves. If the ball touched the dirt near shortstop, it was already in his glove. Defense became an art form. Donnie Baseball. Donnie Baseball was born in the Bronx. Yankees fans gave Don Mattingly the name because of how effortlessly he embodied the game. Pure swing, work ethic, and quiet class. He wasn't a power bat or a showman. He was steady, loyal, and beloved. The name became his identity, forever tying him to the soul of the sport, Stan the Man. Stan Musial didn't name himself. In 1946, after destroying the Dodgers, Brooklyn fans groaned, "Here comes that man again." A writer turned it into Stan the Man, and it stuck. Musial was modest, consistent, and terrifying with a bat. The nickname wasn't flashy, but it captured his essence, a quiet killer at the plate, the Splendid Splinter. Ted Williams' nickname was a mouthful, but it fit. The Splendid Splinter nodded to his lanky frame and elegant, laser-precise swing. He didn't just hit, he studied it like physics. The last point, 400 hitter, a war hero, a perfectionist. The name sounds poetic, and so is his swing. You don't nickname someone like that unless they're generational. The Iron Horse. Lou Gehrig played 2,130 straight games through pain, bruises, and broken fingers. Yankees fans and sports writers called him the Iron Horse for his durability and quiet strength. The name stuck long before ALS tragically ended his streak, but even in his farewell, he called himself the luckiest man. The Iron Horse never broke, he just rode off. Catfish. His owner Charlie Finley thought Jim Hunter needed a nickname, so he invented a tale that as a kid, Hunter ran away and was found with 3 catfish. Totally fake. But Catfish sounded like a Southern legend, and it worked. Hunter became a Cy Young winner and Hall of Famer, proving that sometimes a nickname makes the myth. Satchel. As a boy, Leroy Page earned pennies carrying satchels for train passengers. Friends called him Satchel, and it stuck for life. The name followed him from barnstorming tours to Negro League greatness to MLB at age 42. Satchel Paige didn't just have a nickname, he had mystique. He threw slow balls, trash talk, and pitched like time didn't apply to him. Cool Papa. James Bell was so calm under pressure that a teammate dubbed him Cool. He added Papa for flair. Cool Papa, Bell wasn't just fast. He was fast enough to turn off the light switch and be in bed before the room went dark, according to Satchel Paige. The nickname had rhythm, just like the man, Mr. Cub. Ernie Banks was joy in human form, always smiling, always saying, "Let's play too." Even on losing teams, Cubs fans started calling him Mr. Cub because he was the Cubs. Loyal to Wrigley, beloved in Chicago, Banks made baseball feel fun. The nickname didn't just describe him, it honored him. The Ryan Express. Nolan Ryan threw 100 miles per hour in 4 different decades. A beat writer dubbed him the Ryan Express, riffing on the speed and force of a train. The name fit. He struck out over 5,000 hitters and threw 7 no-hitters. If you got in the way, he'd flatten you. Just ask Robin Ventura. Hammerin Hank. Hammerin Hank was simple, accurate, and iconic. Hank Aaron didn't showboat. He just crushed baseballs with calm fury. When he broke Babe Ruth's home run record, he faced death threats just for being black, but he kept swinging. Hammerin Hank wasn't just a slugger, he was courage under pressure. The Say Hey Kid. Willie Mays greeted everyone with "Say Hey," and the phrase stuck. Reporters started calling him the Say Hey Kid during his rookie year, and it caught on fast. With his youthful face, endless energy, and unbelievable talent, the name fit like a glove. Say hey, watch greatness. Shoeless Joe. In a minor league game, Joe Jackson ditched his stiff new spikes and played barefoot. A fan shouted, "You shoeless son of a gun." And that was that. Shoeless Joe became a tragic baseball legend, banned for life after the 1919 Black Sox scandal. Even now, fans wonder if he was guilty. or just a scapegoat. Babe George Herman Ruth was nicknamed Babe as a teenager after Orioles manager Jack Dunn signed him and became his legal guardian. Teammates joked he was Dunn's Babe, but the nickname followed him to the Yankees, where it became holy. Babe hit 714 home runs, rewrote the sport, and made baseball a show. One word, Babe. If you like this video, stay tuned for a part 2 of 30 more nicknames coming in just a few days. But in the meantime, watch this next video which YouTube thinks you are going to love.